This is Michael Clark, December 8th, 2022. This is my video on engine components for Engine Repair 1. We're starting off with a head here. This looks like it would be a push rod engine or a cam in block engine. We got your rocker arms. You got your retainer. You got your valve springs. If I could compress these valve springs down right now, you'd have little keepers and a groove on the valve. See if I can turn this bad boy over real quick. Right here, we have the valves themselves, which this would be your intake, and that would be your exhaust. Your intake needs to be bigger because it's having to pull air through. There's not as much force as there would be pushing exhaust out. Over here, we'd have a dual overhead cam engine with a set of heads. You can see you got your cams here, you got your lobes, you got your caps, and you got these little sprockets for your camshaft sensors, or cam position sensors, I'm sorry. And if you see down in here, you got a little cap, which where your valve sits in, and this will push and open up your valve. And then you got your sprocket or gear here where your timing chain would attach. And then be in time with your crank here. Next here we have a beautiful view of the inside of a block. You have your piston. You got your grooves for your compression and oil rings. You have your piston rod, cap, and here there'd be a piston pin. You can probably see a little better right here where that pin would go. And these rods here connect to the crankshaft, and these are counterbalances for the crankshaft. They're throws. And then here on the front, you'd have a dampener for the crankshaft, or a harmonic balancer is another name for it. All right, here we have a bare block. Your cylinders. That's where your pistons would ride up and down. You put your head on top, and you'll have the compression chamber. And here you got your water jacket and oil ways all through there. And all right, and here in a block, we got our crank journal. And this is where our main caps would go over the top. This here is a bearing. It's a friction bearing that has little oil ways through it, and is usually typically made out of a Babbitt material. And I believe that's all I got for you.